I went for a little walk just for exercise. It's very difficult to hold my head up. Like the rest of my body feels okay, but I can't. Like my head just feels so heavy, and like I can maintain and see it's relatively stable. But if I stop clenching my neck real hard, like you can see, like my neck's just relaxed, and I'm just walking like normal, and like it just jerks to the left like that, and it's like pretty sure that's not good. Like it doesn't go to the right, and when I would on the digital motion X-ray, all right, let me tighten up. On the digital motion X-ray, when I would lean my head to the left, that's when the C1 would like go way too far to the left over top of C2. There was way too much movement allowed. So to each time I take a step, I'm preventing that movement with my muscle. So it's very tiring. It doesn't really hurt, but I can't, like, just imagine, like, if your hands weighed 20 pounds, imagine how messed up your wrists would be trying to do anything. Like, it would just be you'd be a wreck. You know, it's like that. It's tiring. And, you know, maybe, I don't know. That's too much strain on the ligaments. It's too much strain on those muscles are small in your spine. The ones that go up like a river and wrap around your spinal to like stabilize it. They're not supposed to be the stabilizers in like long term. It's just muscles are a short term solution to stability because they are connected to tendons and they break down. The muscles break down quickly. Well, I mean, forget about the tendons. The muscles break down quickly, um, which is good if you're like lifting weights, right? Because you want them to break down and then build back up and get stronger. But you don't want your ligaments to break down and get, because they take a long time to heal, or in my case, like they end up like this. What am I even talking about? The point is, my neck is screwed up and it's unstable. And it's like if I relax my muscles again, look at my head. I'm not trying to do that. It's awful. And I'm just walking like normal and my head just wang to the side. Like maybe if I hold it from the front, like I'm just walking like normal. It's just jerks. Unless I clench my neck up and hold it. But my neck gets so tired doing that. It's like clench your fist around the ball and just hold it, as hard as you can for an hour. You can't do it. It doesn't matter how strong you are. It's really bad for your hand and your wrist. And so I got all these neurosurgeons and people telling me like I'm stable. They never say, hey, can you walk across the room? They never say that. They never say, hey, can we do an x-ray when you bend your head to the left? They never say that. When they, because I have like instability like this to the side because of my alar, like my rotational instability. Like when I do that, my head feels like it's not attached. It feels like it's floating freely, right? So like if the ligaments are really loose, then they, then what's holding your head on? Nothing. It's just floating around. It has free movement. It's basically like it's being balanced on my spine. It's not being held on my spine. So essentially my neck's broken. And so when I rotate my head to the right and left, it's like, you ever like bend down and like do that thing where you put a baseball bat in the ground and you spin around a bunch, and then you're like, and you feel real dizzy. Like I get like that when I go like that. It's just like, whoa. Uh, it's not as intense as it used to be since I got PACL. And PACL definitely helped, but I mean, like, my ligaments, like, I need like 2 or 3 more PICLs. Like, this is, if they all heal at the same rate as the first one, I need $40,000 more to get better. Or at least, like, if I had 20,000, I imagine I could get another PICL and a couple more posteriors and get to the point where, like, I could work again, like driving or doing something, so that I could just pay the rest of it myself. But I need the money. Like, this walk I'm going on, this is like every 4 days I go for a walk for like 20 minutes. So it's like that. That's not much. I'm not like, oh, he's walking like he's cured. Like, no. This is very difficult. This is like, imagine, like, if I was healthy and I didn't have this problem, this would be like taking a 100-pound barbell, putting that on my shoulders, and just going for a walk. Like, it would be approximately that difficult from an exercise perspective. Like, maybe 150 pounds. Like, that's how difficult it is. Now, the weight of my head's not that heavy, but also the muscles are smaller and weaker in your neck. They're not, like, if I put a barbell on my shoulders, that's like, my legs are carrying that weight. So, or like a backpack with weight on it. It's like, it's no joke. It's really difficult. It's like when I do it, every time I'm like, I don't know if I can do this. Like, every time I'm like, it's like, it'd be like me running a marathon every 4 days when I was healthy. That's how hard it is for me to go for a walk for 20 minutes. It's like running a marathon. That's how hard. So I'm not fine. But I couldn't walk without a neck brace before I got the ICL, but yeah. So that's it. Like, my neck it's really bad. And it's just loose. It's just wobbling around up there. And I don't know what to do, because neurosurgeons, they're just like, hey man, if you can move like, I don't have instability. Like, I can do this. See, it's fine. I can do this. My lymph nodes, I think I had an infection that still hurts when, I don't know, I got something going on, but like, it doesn't feel unstable when I do that. But when I do this or like that, it's like, Jesus. When I bend to the right, it feels okay. Yeah. I'm just gonna keep trying to strengthen my neck, but like, I'm never gonna get better. There's no way I'm gonna get better without surgery. Just from physical, I'm too far gone. So I don't see it, like, because my progression is linear, right? It's not like a parabola. It's not. It's like, I'm steadily progressing very, very slowly. So if you extrapolate out and say, like, oh, he's gonna keep getting better, it's like, that's gonna take like 20 years before I could get back to just working again, and not even being like half functional, right? So it's like, that's not, I'm gonna be 60. And you got to think, like, over time, your joints degrade too. So it's like, realistically, no, I'm never going to get better. I keep getting better at physical therapy, keep figuring out how to do things better and improve. But it's like, I'm not God, I'm not a superhero. I don't have Wolverine genetics, anyway, that's what's going on with me.